State what additional information is required in order to know that the triangles are congruent for the given reason. Let's have this example. So we have the ASA. So based on the given figure, we have angle D congruent to angle J. And we have angle E congruent to angle K because they have the same markings. We have the same number of arc. Now, we need side. Using the ASA, the side should be included, or the included side of the two angles. So we have angle D and angle E. The included side is segment DE. And angle J and angle K, the included side is segment JK. Therefore, another information that we need to have is segment DE should be congruent to segment JK because this is the included side of the triangle. For us to know or to determine or to prove that the triangle DEF is congruent to triangle LKJ. Another, we have the SAS postulate, or the side angle side. So we have the angle I congruent to angle S and segment IH congruent to segment SR. So we have the angle and the side. We only need another part, which is the side. So the side should be make the angle included in a triangle. So therefore, we need segment IJ or JI congruent to segment TS for the SAS postulate. So to make the given angle included, we have segment JI congruent to segment TS to prove that the triangle HJI congruent to triangle RTS using the SAS postulate. Using the ASA, so we have the angle side angle. So based on the given illustration, angle M is congruent to angle S because they have the same arc, and segment ML is congruent to segment ST. So based on the given, we have the angle side. So we need another angle. But the third angle or the second angle should be make the side included. So since this is segment ML, to make this segment ML included, we need angle L for a triangle MLK, and we need angle T for a triangle STU. So we have angle A congruent to angle T to prove that the triangle MLK congruent to triangle STU. Next given, we have triangle BAC congruent to triangle KJA JL using the SAS postulate, or the side angle side. So based on the markings, we have segment BA congruent to segment KJ. Another, we have the right angle. So all right angles are congruent. Therefore, we can say that angle A is congruent to angle J. Why? All right angles are congruent because they have equal measure. Next, so we have the side angle. So the missing information is the other side. So to know what will be the side that we need, the angle should make us included. So to make this angle A included in a triangle BAC, we need segment CA. And to make this angle J included, we need segment LJ. Therefore, segment CA is congruent to segment LJ to determine that the two triangles congruent using the SAS postulate. Let's prove two triangles congruent. So we have given segment AB is congruent to segment AD and segment BC is congruent to segment DC. Prove that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ADC. In our previous lesson, we said that in order for us to determine that the two triangles are congruent, the three corresponding sides and the three corresponding angles should be congruent. But using the postulate and theorem, we only need to prove that the two triangles congruent using the three parts. So using the SSS postulate, the SAS postulate, the ASA postulate, and the SAA theorem. So we have segment AB congruent to segment AD, reason that will be given. Next, segment BC is congruent to segment DC, reason given. See, we only need one part congruent to prove that the two triangles are congruent. So we have the side. Next, given the triangle ABC and triangle ADC, we have segment AC congruent to segment AC. So we can say that segment AC is congruent to segment AC by what reason? So we have AC congruent to segment AC by the reflexive property of congruence. So we have three parts. We have the side. Therefore, we can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ADC using the SSS postulate. Let's prove another example. So we have angle ADB is congruent to angle CBD and angle ABD congruent to angle CDB. Prove that triangle ABD is congruent to triangle CDB. So to make a clear vision on the given two triangles, we can separate the overlapping triangle. We have ABD. Let's copy the markings. Another one. We have BDC. Let's have the markings. So as you can see, based on the given, angle ADB is congruent to angle CBD, reason given. So this is angle ADB with one arc marking congruent to angle CBD with one arc marking. Another, we have angle ABD congruent to angle CDB. Reason given. So this will be angle ABD with two arc markings and angle CDB with two arc markings. So we have the two angles. So we have angle. So we only need one part of the triangle to prove that the two triangles are congruent. Based on the given figure, we can identify that segment BD is congruent to segment DB. So we have segment BD, this one, segment BD, congruent to segment DB. By what reason? We have the reflexive property of congruence. So segment BD is included side. We have two given angles. So we can say that triangle ABD is congruent to triangle CDB by the ASA postulate. Another example, angle B is congruent to angle D, and segment BE congruent to segment BE. Prove that triangle triangle BEC is congruent to triangle DEA. So we have angle B congruent to angle D. This one, angle B congruent to angle D. Given. We have segment BE is congruent to segment DE. That will be also given. Now we can prove that the two triangles are congruent by saying using the SAS, if we can prove that segment BC is congruent to segment DA, or by the angle using the ASA by saying that segment angle BEC, this one, is congruent to DEA. Now, based on the illustration, angle BEC and angle AED are vertical angles. So, what is the relationship of the vertical angles? Vertical angles are congruent using the vertical angle theorem. So, now we can say that angle BEC is congruent to angle DEA. By what reason? Vertical angle theorem. So now we have three parts. We can identify, we can say that the triangle BEC is congruent to triangle DEA. So we have the angle, side angle. The side is included in the two angles. Therefore, this is by ASA postulate.